City Antics Podcast. It's your boy Sam Bricks.
This your boy D-Nev.
Jimmy Hustle.
And we are here at another episode. What is this, episode 6?
Episode 6.
Yes, sir.
One man short.
So
shout out to Ed.
Shout out to Twizzy. Twizzy's not with us today. He had more important business to take care of, evidently. But we're gonna get it cracking. We're gonna
hold you down, bro.
We're gonna get it rolling today, y'all. We're gonna keep the flow going. We should have had a female guest host, but they canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. So it's just gonna be the three of us today. But we got some good shit to get into. So we're gonna definitely get it cracking. For those on the live, if you are on the live right now watching us, definitely comment on the live. Leave your comments about any of the topics that we discussed. Let us know how you feel. Don't be shy. Definitely chime in the conversation. We'll view it later, and we'll also post the live after the episode is over.
Well,
Alright?
I'll check y'all out and read at the same time.
Alright, how y'all feel today? Y'all good?
Bro, it's hot. It's muggy.
It's just
I'm sick of this.
It's hot, man.
I'm tired of this. I'm ready for the winter, bro.
Nah.
Winter, I ain't coming out the house. It's winter time.
I don't care. I don't care. That's my time to flourish.
Netflix and chill.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we should be grateful though, because I mean, man, when it was freezing out this bitch, it was freezing.
It wasn't that.
So,
who was complaining about it? Because I wasn't.
When motherfucker was stuck in that snowstorm, I know they was complaining. Like, so I think we should be grateful that it's hot outside.
I was stuck in that snowstorm in my car. I was good.
You didn't with the heat on.
With the heat on.
You didn't want to.
Right.
Like, had the window down a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Man, you ain't want to be stuck regardless, though. That shit ain't cool.
It wasn't.
That shit ain't cool regardless.
I was.
Sorry for all the walkers out there, you know.
Shaq, it's all right. We're gonna get through
That's
it.
funny.
We're gonna get through it.
Anyhow, so real quick, NBA. It's been crazy in the NBA. Y'all see what's going on in the NBA?
Yeah.
Kawhi and Paul George to the Clippers. What y'all feel about that?
I don't know yet. Like
we don't have bias and today. You know, he's a super LeBron fan, so like
I don't know yet. I just feel like he shocked a lot of people. He shocked me.
You think that's gonna work?
I think Kawhi just wanted the competition against LeBron.
But I always said that nobody seems to remember that Kawhi said a while back that he does not want to play with LeBron. He wants to compete against LeBron.
Because that makes the NBA way more fun. Like,
but so I feel like
is that making Mr. Fun Guy a more competitive person? Like, is this move showing his competitive nature? Like he wants to go to other teams and win.
He wants to show his best.
But I mean, I feel like this balanced out the league. Like everything is zen now. Like everybody got at least two players. We got
Damian Lillard and Hassan Whiteside. I like that right there in Portland.
That's a crazy mix up.
We got Paul George and Kawhi. That's looking good.
That's a crazy mix up.
We got LeBron and
Anthony Davis and Cousins. Even though he a bum on the low.
Nah, but that's looking good. And the Lakers added Danny Green and Contavious Caldwell-Pope as well. So they looking good, like hey man, and then also Kyrie and KD.
We ain't expecting much from them yet, cause KD ain't back yet.
True. The Warriors have D'Angelo Russell. Now you got Curry, and D'Angelo Russell can shoot.
Like he's a point guard, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know how that's gonna work. That's the thing. I don't know if he's starting.
They gonna have him come off the bench.
But yeah, keep in mind Klay Thompson is out, so he's probably gonna play shooting guard. Klay Thompson is out next year for a majority of the while, so it's going to be Curry and D'Angelo Russell.
Klay Thompson is out at least till playoffs.
There's some stories going to be D'Angelo Russell and Curry.
So 2 point guards running it?
But D'Angelo Russell can play the shooting guard. He can. He's a shooter. He's a shooter. Like he might be able to maybe a tad bit small for it, but he'll make it work. The Warriors play small ball regardless.
Kerr gonna whip it up. He gonna whip something.
Yeah, they gonna make it work. So is that scary? Are the Warriors still have a chance?
No, I feel like it's just
do they still have a chance?
Yeah, to make your noise in the West or in the NBA.
I guess it's the same amount of chance because they still got Steph Curry playing, so it's like
Curry's gonna be Curry.
It's Curry.
People gotta remember, the Warriors had one of the best seasons ever without KD, without just the main three. So I don't think it's gonna be much of a difference. Like KD presence is gonna be missed, but the Warriors can get back to being who they were before he arrived.
That's what I said as well too. Even without Klay Thompson, but even on top of that as well too, The thing might hurt them.
They're gonna need Clay.
They're gonna need him, yeah. But
Clay.
even for that spell where they're gonna have to go without him, they can still survive. They can still survive.
They can
It makes it much harder.
Playoff team. So as long as they get there and then Clay returns, they can.
Yeah, I think they're still making the playoffs.
All they gotta do is make it to the
but
playoffs.
one of their letting go of Iguodala might have been.
They let him go?
Yeah, Iguodala's in the Grizzlies.
You serious?
Yeah, this is old. So
he was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so this might hurt them a little bit.
Wow.
It's not that bench is looking a little flimsy. You're gonna expect it now. It's Draymond, Curry.
I didn't know they let Iggy go.
Yeah, Iggy's the
Draymond got
Grizzlies.
to play more minutes.
So it's and I think they got back Andrew Bogut. I think so. They retained him.
Do you really care? Because that's your team. Do you care that they got back Bogut?
He just
he's washed up. So I mean, he's not washed up. Bogut's not the same Bogut from he wasn't that much of a great player.
I mean,
so even now, I honestly think the Warriors they're in a bit of a pickle. But I still think because of Steve Kerr and that team, they're gonna make it work because it is the Warriors. That's Dub Nation. They're gonna find a way to make it work. They haven't lost everything yet. They still gonna find a way to make it. I do believe they're gonna be in the playoffs. They are.
Right.
That's a playoff team still.
Right.
And quite frankly, I'm not saying conference finals is out of their reach. I'm not saying it's out of their reach.
Hey, I feel like as long as they do what they gotta do to get to the playoffs, everything will work.
Which they will get there.
So everything will work itself out. But
And then we also have at Utah, can't forget Spider Mitchell and Mike Conley. Mike Conley's looking good in practice.
Mike Conley got a lot to prove.
Yeah. So I mean,
we're gonna see.
NBA is definitely looking.
I like how it's just spread out though. Like I like how it's just.
It's not so much super teams. It's every small.
It's super duos.
Yeah,
super duos and super trios. Like
Russell Wilson. I said Russell Wilson. Russell
What
Westbrook.
are you talking about?
He's trying to get a trade from the.
Yeah, I was just listening to that on ESPN.
So what team?
They talking about Knicks, but I don't.
That's not.
I heard what I'm hearing.
I heard Milwaukee in the list. I'm a Bucks fan as well. I don't quite frankly want him there, but I feel like if he goes there, he can actually do some damage with Giannis.
If he goes to the Knicks, Giannis is leaving. I mean, if he goes to the Bucks,
no,
Giannis is leaving.
No, he's not.
Yo, there's conversations about the Knicks is trying to free up space they trying to work out some sort of deal where they can speak to Giannis at the end of his season. His contract is up next season.
I'm a super Giannis. I've been watching Giannis since he first came into the league. Giannis, when he came into the league, and when he got, because he did get picked up from the Bucks, he came from Greece. He was picked up in the draft. Giannis said, usually when players say stuff like this, it's kind of hard to believe it early on. But it's like some players have stayed true to that testament. Giannis says he does not want to leave Milwaukee. He wants to win it there, and he intends on staying with Milwaukee until he wins the championship. It's a stretch of a remark, but I honestly believe Giannis wants to be there. And I do not think Milwaukee will give him up because he is a franchise player now at this level. He just won MVP. Milwaukee's not going to give him away, and he doesn't have any intention of going anywhere.
But you know the NBA.
If he did, I'm wrong. It'll be a shock. But Giannis has no intention of going anywhere. So
the NBA just be grimy, bro. So you can't.
But they're not gonna give away their best player. They're not gonna give away Giannis. They're not gonna do that.
Look.
They're not.
Teams do it.
Look at the players that they do it too. He's young. He's still young. He's fresh. He's coming off a great season and MVP.
I know that. I'm not saying they will. It would be stupid, but I'm just saying.
At least now. That's what I'm saying.
You can't put it past them. You don't know what to think anymore.
Maybe years down the line, some shit can happen. But right now, Giannis isn't going anywhere.
When he gets out of losing,
not this year, maybe next year. Who knows? I mean the following year, but
maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't think so. But I never ultimately say it can never happen. I just don't think so. But as of right now, I can put my money on it. He's not going anywhere this season. He's sticking with the Bucks. And if they do get Westbrook, I think that'll be the Bucks need a point guard. The Bucks need a point guard. Mm-hmm. What better point guard to have than a player like? And I don't like Westbrook. I think he plays a selfish kind of game, but he's a great player. I think when he goes to the Bucks, his game now has to change indefinitely.
Right, because now he has to work into Giannis.
Yes, exactly. So and now he has to take a back seat. Yeah.
As aggressive as he's like. So that means he has to.
He can't come and take. It's kind of impossible for him to take over Giannis' team. That's his team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's a different ball game.
Still averages like a triple double, so like he could
And that can help with Giannis.
He could just become more of a pass. He could be a pass first player now.
But and he's a good passer. He's a great passer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like Russell
Westbrook is a really good player. All my shades is a really good player.
He is.
If he brings it down a little bit, and I think Milwaukee might be that team for him to humble himself and go somewhere.
He's just an intense player. That's all.
Yeah, he is.
I feel like he need to go somewhere. Like he is Milwaukee all the way in the Midwest. But I feel like he needs that spotlight for him to come show up every day.
No, but this is the thing. Here's the ironic thing about what you just said. You said that Milwaukee's all the way in the Midwest. If you look at the Bucks market, it's a closed, small market. Milwaukee's not really like the greatest. It's Milwaukee, that market, that Bucks Nation market is pretty tight knit, small. It's not the best. You don't see. It's like Portland. A lot of players aren't looking to go there and live there and play. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a really small market. The thing about he plays in Oklahoma right now.
Yeah.
He's been that spotlight player. He's been that. Going to a team like Milwaukee might be what he needs. It's small. It's enclosed. It's not too much going on. It's a humbling setting. That might be exactly what he needs to be the player that takes it to another level and quite possibly get him a ring. Y'all don't think so?
Possibly.
Take him out of that environment that asks for too much of him and put him in a small environment.
He has to be really willing to change. Like he has to be ready.
But that environment might be that change that he's needed. It might be. He's not surrounded by players that might possibly take a shine like Durant or George or KD or Harden. He's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying KD twice, but he's not surrounded by players that possess this aura of control and superstar level that he maybe has to compete with. He's just surrounded by one guy who's just hungry to win, and it's a young team as well.
We'll see. Maybe Papa Westbrook.
Huh?
Papa Westbrook.
Yeah, he can go over there and actually make some noise in Milwaukee. I would welcome him. I would welcome him to Milwaukee.
I don't have a taste. I don't care where you go, honestly, but we'll see. If he decides to leave, we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll know in the next couple of days if that has been approved or what the situation is with that going forward. We'll know going forward with that. But but the NBA is gonna be the NBA regardless, though. So let's jump into some topics that we're gonna discuss this week. We got some good shit. The internet has been on a roll this week.
It's always on the roll.
Yo, but have y'all been seeing what's going on? Like my
some of it. I've been in and out.
I be tired of watching somebody fake like
too much internet is bad.
Yeah, you're right. But come on, black people on the internet are funny as fuck. Like, yeah. So Kaepernick. Since we were talking about sports previously, so apparently Nike had this Betsy Ross. Do we know who Betsy Ross is?
Yes, I looked at it.
She's the American flag or designer or something like that.
I thought it was a he because he popped up.
The name Betsy Ross.
Popped up.
I think it's check it out. I think it's a woman. I don't really know. You guys are American, so I think Betsy Ross is who created the American flag, the design with the 50 states and stars. I shouldn't be knowing this.
It's really it was like a flag with 13.
Yeah, with circles.
13.
The circles first, and then it generated. But she's the originator of the American flag, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so apparently Nike were gonna release these Betsy Ross inspired racist 12 sneakers. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. They said it's the Air. They said it's the Aggressive Force Ones. That's what they called it.
Aggressive Force Ones.
Shout out to White House. The ratchet racism twos, like. So,
that's funny, but it's just. I'm trying to understand how Nike how Nike dropped the ball on this. Like, how you?
I feel like people don't like on. They had that conversation too on Power 5.1. Shout out to Breakfast Club.
We're not shouting them out. That's not.
But they said that. People keep forgetting that Nike's a business at the end of the day. So they only did what's profit and money. They don't care about nothing else other than profit and money. So now Colin Kaepernick says something, and he been like an advocate for certain.
They've been an advocate for Colin Kaepernick in a sense.
Yeah.
But have they been an advocate for Colin Kaepernick because of financial gain or because of social political gain?
I'm more for the financial gain because if Colin Kaepernick, I feel like if he was
it wasn't a financial gain because they lost. Well, not really a lot, but they lost a lot of money. Or like they
gained more money than Colin Kaepernick.
Nike lost.
Yeah.
I'm saying like when Colin Kaepernick did his old campaign run with Nike, they lost a lot of buyers because of the fact that that Nike supported him
compared to what they gained.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. It was more of you said it was. What did you say?
Social political gain.
That's what I think it was more for.
You're wrong in that sense. Let's.
But then again, you're right because
let's break it down.
A lot of black people.
Yeah, a lot of black people
supported it. A lot of black people. You know,
Nike's,
I just saw it in my head.
There you go.
And then black people support this whole country.
There you go.
Right.
Black people are making. Black people make up. And I don't know the numbers, so I'm not gonna say it. But we make up at least more than half of the buying percentage capital in America.
We're gonna make up
especially for
60.
So if
trillion.
We're gonna say 60.
So they're losing a whimsical few racist white buyers compared to what they're gaining because of supporting. That bargaining chip was at a much better rate. So Nike actually gained more in supporting. So do you guys think that initial sense was it for financial gain or was it for social political consciousness? What do you guys supporting Kaepernick?
I think it was both. Both. They just knew.
You think they were being very moral in that decision?
No, they weren't. It was about what they could gain, money wise and social wise from joining Kaepernick's crusade. So
you think
they knew that a lot of people would stand with him. They knew a lot of people would support him.
Do it against someone. My bad. Run against someone. Run against someone. My bad about that. Go ahead.
They knew a lot of people would support him. They knew a lot of people would back him on this, and we might as well you feel me? We might as well jump on this train with him and support him to the fullest.
Hey Rob, 10 more minutes.
He going
all right.
He gonna make us some money. He gonna make us some money. So
you think it was essentially that was him just yo, this shit is gonna we can gain both from this, so let's just throw our hats in the ring and see what we can pull out of this.
Yeah, we can gain a lot from backing him up. I mean, we may lose a few buyers here and there, but overall, look at the new audience or more of an audience he's going to bring in. Look how much more money he's going to bring in. Look how much of a following he has now, given his situation as far as him taking the knee throughout the season to stand up for social injustice and whatnot. So, they knew they knew he was a cash cow. They just needed it. They just wanted to exploit him.
You agree with that?
I feel like, in a sense, they just wanted to see where it was going to go when he dropped the sneakers. They wasn't expecting Colin Kaepernick or anybody to come out that fast and say something. So it's
but they were advocating for Colin Kaepernick, don't they? They didn't signal a sense of racism or...
Yeah, but it's still about... At this time, it was the 4th of July, so they had to come up with something for that moment. So it was
no, but
what about this idea? Let's put this.
That's. So you think it was a 4th of July kind of a push?
Yeah, but also it's Nike. Like I said, it's all about business and money.
I just feel like they dropped the ball. I keep saying that because it's yo, you just sat up here. Whether you fully supported it or not, you just sat up here and watched Colin Kaepernick go through what he went through on behalf of us. And by us, I mean us black folk. So for you to turn around and then put some racist junk like this on some sneakers, how can y'all drop? It's a lot of companies that do that. How can y'all drop the ball and y'all know what's going on? It's just you just flat out don't care. So what if? Why did it take Colin Kaepernick saying take this down for them to take this down? Why did they take that?
Never said nothing though. It would have.
Yeah. What if he never said anything?
People would have. That thing probably sold out.
Even if Kaepernick didn't say anything, they were still selling.
Yeah, they sold.
I mean, racism is high right now.
Yeah, but it's just somebody would have said something. More of enough people would have. Colin Kaepernick is not the biggest of the biggest when it comes to the Nike celebrities or athletes that they have signed to their contract. They got LeBron too, right?
Yeah, but
they got Serena. They got a lot of people. So one of them would have stepped up eventually.
Yeah, but the only reason why he's more the front runner right now.
Exactly. I think he's more tapped in. Yeah,
right.
I agree with him.
So even then, why did you allow this to happen? Why did you feel it was okay to put this shoe out like that, knowing what that flag represents? Why did you still put this out?
Are they so? I know there's usually a conversation around being socially conscious about Because okay, so when you look at Nike, and there's always been this conversation about diversity in major companies like this, the market. Do you guys think that there's not enough black people in these companies to represent? So were they socially unaware of what this represented by putting it out?
See, if they didn't have Kaepernick on the team, they would be socially unaware because white people just don't care.
But I'm talking about not as an athlete, but their personal marketing team. When they decide to run an ad or to put a design out like this, there's no one in that no one of power,
African American person
that can say, "Yo, that's not cool, dude. That's not gonna fly well." Then this is what a lot of people speak about when it comes to diversity. When it comes to regarding just basically companies that aren't aware or socially aware of what comes off as immoral or lack of empathy towards black people.
Even if it's not enough diversity, right? What I'm saying to you is, y'all just experienced what Kaepernick was going through. Even like y'all just saw his battle.
They can't.
Y'all saw his battle and what he did and what he stood for and what happened to him.
Understood.
So how can you not see that? Right,
but they can't.
They was releasing a whole bunch of new clothing stuff was coming out and Kaepernick shirts and all that. So they was making money while he was advocating. So they was like, okay,
but here's what I'm saying.
They got to keep using him to like get over the hump and all that a little bit more.
But I'm not even talking about for this sneaker.
I feel like they don't care.
Forget the money. Forget all of that. I'm just saying.
So to piggyback off of you said you feel like they don't care. But that's what I was saying. It's like you can't know you're doing something wrong if you don't know it's wrong. Right, so this is what I'm saying. They can't disrespect Kaepernick or black people as a whole coming off of that whole crusade if they don't know. Right. And this is what I mean by that, having diversity or someone in that market to say, yo, that shit is wrong. You can't. They're not gonna fly.
This is what I'm saying. It's one thing if they never picked Kaepernick up. I feel like they would be completely oblivious to certain things like that. But because you picked up Kaepernick in the moment of his battles, you kind of got the gist of what was going on. So you should have been able to learn.
Did they?
Yeah, they caught Kaepernick right.
Do we honestly think white folks always get it?
I think they thought about money. It was
not.
like,
but
he's protesting the NFL, and he's really not playing because he was blackballed. The president said whoever picks him up they're not gonna support the team. So it's like we use this for revenge, and that's what they did. They used it for the revenge. And then when that got resolved, they're like, okay, we go back to our routine, regular schedule now. So,
being racist again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just feel like that's just stupid. Not what you saying. Yeah. I just feel like Nike as a whole, they did some stupid junk. That was stupid. And I just completely.
So we boycotted Nike, because I just bought some Nike sneakers. I don't know if return them shits.
I was on the website. I was on the website the other day too.
They got some fire shit coming out. Shut out.
Kaepernick spoke on it and they took it down. So I do applaud their quickness.
He has power now.
Right.
So is he now, because he's he's always been an advocate for black people, so now are we looking at him as a champion in a room full of privilege and power for us? Because the way he said it, he said, yo, that shit ain't gonna fly, and it was gone. Just like that. Gone. So are we looking at him like that as that kind of person now? Is he?
We have to.
I feel like it would. I feel like, I'm not sure if he do, but I feel like he need to bring more people into that circle so it could influence, spread around.
There's going to be a conversation.
Is that his job or Nike's job to bring people into that circle?
That's Nike's job.
That's Nike's job.
But it's also that's his job to help.
Exactly. It's his job.
If he don't push it, then Nike gonna.
But people can't get in there in that position unless Nike does it, right?
Yeah, but Nike had the power to bring you in. But if he has an influence, like, yo, these people, if we together, we bring more people to bring you a way more profit and all. He's like, okay, maybe let us talk about it. Okay, let's do it.
So you're saying as a culture, he has to bring the culture more closer together so they can get their foot in the door. Is that what you're saying? To be able to influence.
Like, he has to bring more people in, people that's more advocate to bring different organizations.
I don't think that's his job. I agree with that, but I don't think that's his job. I think that's more so Nike's personal job. The Nike has the power to go in and bring people in. They know
his job is to argue the fact that there needs to be more people of color making decisions.
No, his job is
his argument, not his job. His argument is to bring more diversity into decision making as far as shoes go.
As they should. And
it's up to Nike to
go.
listen and then do something about it. That's Nike's job.
Have more diversity and understanding.
Yeah, like all these labels, all these brands,
Versace,
all
Prada,
of them, they need a more diverse team looking at these products.
All
like
of them.
They need black people up in there.
More
black people.
Yeah.
What's the black period? They need more.
Take that bitch over. Run in that bitch.
We need more.
We here right now.
We need more niggas up in there, bro. I'm just sitting up here trying to talk all proper. Forget all that, bro. They need more niggas up in there, bro. That's the problem. Like they can't. Oh, we think this is okay. No,
nigga, that's not right. Like that's my nigga, that ain't gonna fly.
Ask Laquan. Ask Lakeisha and them. See if she with it. No, they not with it. Take it down.
Yeah.
You can't think you know what's right for us. Ask us.
Yeah, so diversity is needed.
It's definitely. Now, yeah. How many more companies we gonna let slide with some racist niggas? Niggas still wearing Gucci. They supposed to stop.
Yeah.
But now we getting a leeway though.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but Gucci did have a meeting though. They did have a meeting with a couple of people, and that's why we kind of
see. But look. Now it's another company.
You look at certain companies though. When they run into these troubles, they're finding now, like with the Starbucks situation with the 3 guys that were sitting in the Starbucks. Right. They actually had now this closed down Starbucks there. Yeah.
Nationwide,
so they're realizing they're wrong, and then they're trying to take it up and seeking penance for that and reprimand it.
I need to know what Nike gonna do now.
Well. Is that having Kaepernick on board a way of moving towards that path?
But Kaepernick was on board before this. Is what I'm saying. Like,
well, not just before this year, but in general, is them having Kaepernick on board a push towards having more involvement, more black involvement?
Yeah, because now that means they have to listen to Kaepernick. They have to. If they wanna be able to put out stuff that's appropriate for all, they have to listen to what he may feel is right or wrong about certain things. Like. He should they probably I don't know, maybe they should give him some type of creative control or run things through him when it comes to the urban community. I don't know, I just feel like.
But as I'm saying, that should be their job to hire more people that are aware of that. It shouldn't be Kaepernick doesn't work for Nike. Nike needs to have employees and bring people in that are in position of power that can understand that basis and come to terms and say that's not gonna fly, or that's not cool, or that's offensive, or that's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do. But I'm saying
you agree with that.
He needs to bring that up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The conversation needs to be had. Point blank period. Conversation needs to be had. Conversation needs to be had. Whether Kaepernick does it or not, a conversation needs to be had.
I feel like for a person of color, a nigga, to get in there, it's gonna be hard because you gotta still go through the hiring process, and whoever is doing the hiring process.
No. There are individuals
that come like this. Yeah. Their goal is to hire more people of color. So now,
what people? You could be light skinned and still
we see this is the problem. To begin with, these companies from the beginning, in order to prevent problems like these, you need to hire more diverse individuals. It's not about starting the fire and then wanting to put it out. It's about preventing the fire from even starting. They need to start hiring individuals of diversity and color so they understand and put on their marketing team so they can control and prevent situations like this from happening.
So the companies they don't think that far. So they don't think about what can happen or what.
But that's racism. Everyone turned a blind eye.
Right. So it's just it happened now. So now we want to see what you're gonna do now. Mm-hmm. What can you do to prevent this from happening? You turned your back to it in the beginning because you didn't care. Mm-hmm. You brought in Kaepernick, and now this happened, and he told y'all this not gonna fly. So now what? Because it can't happen again. Because now. You said it can.
It can't.
It happens again. Now that's when you start losing people like Kaepernick. I don't know if Kaepernick will leave because that's a bag for him right now. But I think he would.
Kaepernick is getting money regardless.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, if I tell you yo, you gotta chill with that. That's wild. And then you turn around 3 years later and do it again. it's like, all right, you're not respecting my decision.
So this is what I was saying.
Right.
That and it's not like they know what they're doing is wrong. It's just that they have to be diverse. They have to have not diverse. They have to hire more diverse individuals who can speak for that. They have to be aware of that.
That's coming. That should come now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They didn't have it before because they were ignorant to it.
Yeah,
and now that this is an issue,
all companies should follow suit, even if they don't have this issue. Yo, when it's diverse, exactly,
just to prevent it. Yeah,
exactly.
So we'll see.
You're right.
Nike on the hot list right now.
For me, I don't think Nike would ever stop due to the fact that it's all around the world.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be a big brand,
brand.
but if they continuously put out stuff that's offensive to us, we're not gonna continue to support it.
Niggas ain't gonna stop buying Nike.
Cause they like, I like it's cheap. Let me still buy it.
Watch how fast Adidas spike.
Oh yeah, Adidas.
Watch how fast
Adidas. Reebok might take over.
I got mine on right now.
Been on Nike neck for a long time.
I got mine on right now.
Adidas been on Nike neck for a long time, man.
So shit.
Like Puma is it's for the other other.
No, but I'm just saying, it's companies out here that's on Nike neck. Nike might be in the forefront, but it's companies out here that's waiting for Nike to slip up. Like I'm saying though, like it's true though. Like if Nike keep dropping the ball
until Puma fucks up.
Hey.
then now you gotta look.
Hey, pretty soon we just gonna be walking around here with cardboard boxes. Have somebody make their own shoes or something.
All right, so basically, on the old topic in terms of like just racism and what's been happening, going on with like just entirely. So y'all saw about this whole this black mermaid thing that's been going on. like have y'all seen this? So apparently Disney they casted what's her name? Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey as
I was thinking Halle Berry. I mean, they spelled it wrong.
I'm telling you, I'm getting sick and tired of trying to be correct. Beyonce little protege.
How's that Beyonce's little protege? Why?
Because Beyonce signed them too, the sisters.
They're the singers or the dancers, right?
They're singers.
Yeah. It's two of them, right?
They're twins.
Yeah.
Beyonce little protege.
That's where she's from.
Yeah.
I did watch the interview one time, like 2 years ago.
Hailey, whatever you want.
You're right. They were like backup singers or dancers for her as well too, right?
Something like that. I don't know. I'm not a part.
No, they were very young and they were like in school and still touring. I remember their interview.
I'm not a part of the Beehive. I don't know.
Yeah. Beehive, you gotta get it correct. Like,
whatever.
Come for you.
Whatever.
But I think you might be right. I'm gonna have to check it out.
No. She is definitely.
She's one half of that.
Yeah,
she's a sister.
The twin.
Yeah. Okay.
That's her.
So Disney just recently casted her to play mermaid. Play Ariella, and to our standards, Ariel. Is that her name?
You said Ariella.
Maybe Ariella's talking about going shit. Whoever Ariella is, hit me up. But so they casted her. They casted a black mermaid, and white people cannot take this shit. Motherfuckers go crazy. Yo, and they said it's gonna be the little mermaid. So I mean, so what y'all like? Obviously, this shit is crazy. Like that's fucking wild. Like, first of all, do we have to placate a certain standard on what fictional characters are because we were so used to them? Like, does she have to be white?
No, she don't have to be white. It's just white people are used to her being white.
Yeah, they had their shot.
Right. What she really white? Back in the day, she was always brown to me. I never really thought of herself as white.
She kind of. I mean, maybe
she has a little bit of
a tinge of brown. No, he's right. He's right. She wants super pale.
You gotta realize that was a cartoon from like way back when, so they color game wasn't right. So it ain't like they couldn't clearly depict that she's white, but she was white. But I'm just saying, like, white people just gotta take the back seat sometimes. Like, chill. Like, let us have something. Damn.
Yo,
like,
I don't. These motherfuckers are like going OD about this shit.
Yeah, because they just want their white. Why? They want their whiteness to stay white. They want their whiteness to stay white.
I mean, they're scientists now trying to prove scientifically why mermaids can't be black.
It's never that deep.
And this is true. There's scientists, racist scientists, trying to prove why she can't be black.
Man, they need to prove why they hair growing back here. Like, I ain't worried about that.
So, but first they gotta prove that there is mermaids. So.
Okay, so But no, okay. So
I'll watch a TV siren. So
let me. So apparently, the Little Mermaid is actually based on a book written about, I think, in like the 1980s or maybe something like that, maybe a while back. Mm-hmm. And it's actually based on this mermaid who wanted, and I might be having the story wrong, but she wanted to fall in love with this land walker, this prince or whatever, a guy, and she couldn't do it, so she goes to find some sort of alternative to fall in love with him. And as a result of that, she was cursed. So whenever she would walk on land, her feet would bleed. She was gifted like feet where she can walk in the land, but it would bleed. And so something about her having to go back into the ocean and something with her heart and dying out, some horrible death she dies trying to achieve this. It's there. This is the original story. You can look it up about the Little Mermaid. And then now but now it's into this little Disney. So now here's the crazy thing, right? You said they have to prove first that they're real.
Yeah.
I'm Guyanese born.
Land of the water.
Yeah, so that's what we call our country. Believe it or not, and everyone is allowed to have their own beliefs. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't sit there and try to convince someone about something that they don't know nothing about, or that, you know what I'm saying? I can't try and assimilate you to my, but there is stories, like my grandmother and my cousin is about 3 years younger than me. They both have stories where they've experienced seeing a mermaid. Now, in our country is called the land of many waters. Guyana is surrounded by entirely waters, lakes, rivers. Uh-huh. It's surrounded by it. I mean, there's all kinds of animal creatures and stuff. But now, when you're talking about like mermaids, it's like spiritual beings. You're talking about like supernatural stuff. Mm-hmm. And you know, and you can't really, if you believe in ghosts, to some degree, you have to believe that there's a other life form. Yes, exactly. There's and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my grandmother told me this story once about when she was younger and she was walking by the river, and I think she was just walking carrying a bucket of something, and she saw a mermaid. She saw this beautiful woman. She know it wasn't a mermaid as she described it at first. She saw this beautiful woman sitting on the end of a board, combing her hair with a comb. I think it was like a brass comb maybe. She said she was just combing her hair, and she said that the woman didn't realize her, but as she approached closer, the woman looked at her and jumped into the water, and the comb fell on the dock, and the woman went into the water and just swam and never came back up. My grandmother took the comb and took it home. She said that when she would sleep every night, she would have dreams, like nightmares, of the mermaid coming and visiting her in her sleep, asking for the comb, terrorizing her sleep, asking for the comb, because there was some sort of like rare item or whatever the case might be.
Passed down, probably.
No, I mean, it's like the material, like it's gold or brass or whatever. So she kept asking her for the comb. So if you know, salt harms. It can be dangerous to certain animals. You use salt to clean fish and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the way it was told, she had to put I think she put the comb in a jar of salt and I believe pearls, either or. But she was told to put the comb, because in our country, everyone has a belief, everyone has a story of many things. Like, there's stories that I can't even like throw you guys, you would be like, that's crazy as hell. But she had to put the comb and the salt and to prevent from her to come for it. And the mermaid would come to her every night, like, come on, give me the comb back and I'll take you underwater and I'll show you this beautiful land and I'll show you this cat. And she actually, I believe she said she did in her dream. This beautiful underwater where she took it there and it's like gold and riches. And this is her way of convincing and asking back for the comb. So, and I believe the story to like, this is my grandmother telling the story. My grandmother has no reason to lie. My cousin as well had a similar story of seeing one. She said when she was walking as well, she saw one up and went back down and there was this tail flying down and went underwater. My cousin, young, no reason to lie. She said, so I grew up believing this. And I have tons of stories from my country where they are just supernatural creatures, existing and stuff like that. So I have not experienced or seen one, but I don't think my grandmother's gonna lie about a fucking mermaid and a glass jar of salt and a comb she took. You know what I'm saying? Eventually she took the comb, she threw it back in the water. Eventually
I would throw it back.
Yeah, she did. Cause she kept coming to her visiting every night. She was told, throw the comb back in the water. Don't keep it. So she threw it back. And there's other stories that I'm not going to sit and tell you guys as well too, but there's other stories of like this other guy, he went underwater, they said, and he was in the town and this mermaid took him underwater. Beautiful woman that was just walking, so they can shapeshift. Beautiful woman that took this guy underwater. He was gone for like weeks. He came back up, had no idea he was gone. All he had was memory of this underwater city of just like made of brass and gold and just beautiful. So there's a lot of stories. So I mean, so to go back on this whole, it's like, it is a fictional character, but to my knowledge, these creatures can become whatever the fuck they want to be. Right. They can technically shape. They can be. The idea of a mermaid is to take on your wildest dream. They're this representation of beauty, in a sense, and they can and they do that. They take on this form of beauty to draw you in and to capture you in.
And they kill you.
What? Like he was. He just said they were naked and stuff like that.
No, I said that they
kill you. Oh yeah. But then in that sense as well too.
Like, nah, I'm not.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well. So yeah. But they're sitting here and they're like, yo, this is crazy. Like I'm like, you guys are arguing a fucking. Have you ever even seen one or heard of anything about one? Like we can't. Are we really doing this? Like
I don't think that's the argument. Like actually seeing one.
But I'm saying, when you're gonna argue a fictional character when you have no belief in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
I get you, but it's just like
racist.
They just run out of ideas because next thing they gonna do is like a whole play. And they all like, oh mom, dad, why is it a black lady playing Little Mermaid? We always thought it was white.
I don't think it should matter. I think it truly was based off her talent as a singer,
right.
and her talent. Period. Like that, she's a talented girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they both are the twins. They're talented. So like, why couldn't her talent be the reason why she got the job? Why does it have to be? Oh, she.
Well, that's not what they're arguing. They're not arguing.
I'm saying
why she got the job.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not that. It's just her talent got her the job. So like why? Oh, she not white though. Like why should that matter? She's talented enough to get the role. Let her have it.
No, I agree.
Some people just be so far gone, bro. It just be ridiculous. Like y'all choose the stupidest stuff to be beasting over. You beasting over.
Like I do agree, but it just goes to show again, like just white people as a whole and how they want to embody this privilege to the highest degree, and they want to just push it. They want to shove it in our faces so much, like yo, this has to be this way. This person has to be white. No one fucking like this. It's not that big of a deal, and it's not that big of an issue. But it just goes to show how they want to like just embody this idea of just this privilege. And white being the ultimate supremacy and sustainability of beauty and the standard of beauty and power and understanding. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want to push that agenda to the max right there. And this is racist. It's fucking racist.
Flat out.
Yeah, so it's like why keep going down this route? Why? You know what I'm saying?
It's never gonna go.
You think it's gonna stop?
No. I mean, it will.
And when is it gonna stop?
When everything is changed to black.
Is it ever gonna happen?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know, but down the line somewhere. But I feel like as a transition, it's gonna be like everything gonna change to black. That's gonna change to Spanish. It's like, damn, man, I remember there's just a black person.
There is a report out that white people are becoming extinct. White people in 2020 something, white people will officially be the minority in America.
Well, welcome to my side.
And that's crazy though.
Hey, I'm hiring.
This guy is some sick shit. He said, what are you hiring for?
I don't know. I think it's something down the line 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna need people to work for me.
You need fucking help. It might work for you. No one's working for you.
Yeah. Straight white people.
So, but nah, man. So that's crazy right there. That's just
and it's like in closing. Get over it, white people.
Yeah, it's gonna be more to come. And Facebook, Twitter, Instagram have been having a field day with this shit. The memes, I love it. I love it. Did you guys see? You guys see Terry Crews as Conan the Barbarian?
Yeah.
That was the funniest of He-Man. That was the funniest shit ever. So I'm completely with it all. I mean, it is racist, but it's like, yo,
right.
Let's keep the jokes coming and make fun of it all, because the best thing to get over our pain is to laugh at it. Yeah. We just have to laugh at it.
Because they're gonna hate it.
Yeah. It's just whatever the fuck it is. But we're gonna go for that right there though. So all for white people, let's talk more so about like celebrities and they bullshit. Alright? So
wait, because I know what you about to say. Leave this man alone.
So
leave this man alone, bro.
But he keeps doing this.
No, you
he does it to himself. I'm not picking on him. I'm not saying. So Chris Brown, he's doing this to himself. So he recently put out, what is that, a 32-track album?
Yeah.
Okay, called Indigo, right?
Yeah.
And so he has this song where he says, I only fuck black girls with the nice hair. And this one girl found it on Twitter. Mm-hmm. She tweeted him about it, and it went viral. And it was a wildfire of tweets hitting this way about how he's being selective in black women and all this other craziness. And he fired back heavily.
A woman's told me that the only black person that she would say Chris Brown ever dated was Rihanna.
Alright, so
really,
that's
interesting.
I'm gonna play both sides of this, right? Mm-hmm. Chris Brown should be more sensitive. What? No.
He shouldn't. It's his
preference. It's just that's his preference. Yeah. If that's what he like, that's just what he like. Mm. You like, why y'all mad? Like
what? So.
Like it's not like he's shaming them completely. He's shaming good hair. He's just
nappy-headed black
He's just shaming a specific part of their body that he doesn't. He just don't. It's his preference, bro. Point blank. It's his preference. I don't feel like they should be coming at him completely for that. Like maybe he could have worded it different, or I don't know. But it's just like, why make that a beef? Why make it a problem? Why make it a battle? Like.
So the standard with that is that being that it's black women, and black women are always the most disrespected and always the most underappreciated. So now when he's sending this message that I only fuck black women with the nice hair, it's like, okay, he's kind of shunning it because black women don't essentially always have nice hair. You have to actually technically be mixed to have nice hair as a black woman.
No, you don't.
Technically speaking, majority, you have to be your hair is nice if you're mixed because black women hair are usually nappy and curly. So he's sending this message out that you black how you are is not good enough. I need you to have a sort of white blood or Indian blood or something else in you to set your hair straight so I can now fuck with you. And they're taking it as like this image.
Say that line again. Say his line again.
White blood, Indian.
No. Say his line again. The line he said.
I only fuck black girls with nice hair. I mean,
I don't get.
It's pretty cut and dry. Nice hair.
He's just hair shaming. That's what he's doing. He's just hair shaming. That's what it is. It's not like he said, give me some Asian persuasion or give me Jane Wonder.
But we know when he's saying black girl with nice hair, he doesn't mean nappy or curly hair. It doesn't mean the actual what most black women have hair like. He doesn't mean that.
That's just his preference. Like although he kind of come off like butthole-ish for that, like because he shouldn't have said it. But that's him. It's his mouth. He gonna say what he want. If you don't like it, don't listen.
So to piggyback off that, because there has been another situation with a guy. He was arguing with his girlfriend, and she posted the text messages online about her having short hair, and he said it made him feel incompetent.
He's just a fan.
And not. Yeah. Okay, so let's compare those two.
No, so I don't. For me, my preference, I never touch a girl with short hair, like a low haircut. I just feel like
you did though.
No, that was just a thing.
No,
but
you did. I remember that.
I wasn't trying to talk to her at all. She came over to me, and I was like, I didn't know her reaction.
She was fun too.
No, she had hair at first.
Stop touching my tattoo, like
whatever.
She was fun.
She had hair at first, and she cut it low. The next day she came back.
Yeah,
she cut
but you still was attracted to her.
Yeah, but the attraction came before that, though.
Yeah, so you're I don't know. So is that biased? Is that wrong?
For me, I feel like it's like I don't really want. You are a good-looking woman still. It's just I need to see the hair. I don't.
Why does hair have to? A pussy does not make you.
No, I don't care. It's just the preference. I rather when I see you, I want to see the hair. Like
that's just like them. You flip it over to them. What they want.
They want a tall guy, light skin, tattoos.
Light skin, tattoos.
He gotta be able to cook and still shoot somebody.
He gotta know the streets, but also know a little bit about school.
Smartest Denzel Washington.
He gotta be
went to Harvard.
He gotta be trapping, but have good credit.
Have 40 Crip niggas with him as well too. Basically,
and still know the blood niggas.
Yeah. You right.
It's like y'all do the same thing. But you know what I'm saying? It's Chris Brown, and he has a bigger.
So are black women overreacting with this line that he's saying?
I'm not about to get in. I'm not. Nope.
Well, I'm asking you because it's not like you're saying they are.
No, I'm not saying they are. Nope.
I know.
Nope.
I know some females that
Women.
I know some women that don't like wearing their regular hair at all. They always had to have a wig on or extension. I'm like,
that's their preference.
I like your natural hair. They're like, it's just I'm not comfortable showing that hair. I'm like,
you can't force them to do something.
I'm not forcing them, but
if that's what they're comfortable doing, you can't make them not do that. It's about
but
them being
don't
comfortable.
you think we as men, we kind of cause that for them to not like their real hair?
How do we cause that?
Because like, oh, your hair too curly, your hair too dry. It's like, but then they get all these extensions. Like, you.
So basically, what Chris Brown is saying, I only want women with a nice hair. Wait, so he's a part of the problem as to why they want to.
Why they want to cover up their real hair?
Yeah, the reason why they damage their hair trying to get.
They're trying to get there because I know some females some women that had a good hair, but they hide it anyway just because they don't like it. I'm like,
you gotta understand, a lot of this stuff is like. I mean, they may have experienced something bad or experienced a lot of negative comments and decided that they'll never have their hair a certain way again. But a lot of this stuff is their choice. They want it to be this way, so it's gonna be that way. If you don't like it, if you're gonna throw away everything because she got a low cut or this and like how do you look past this perfect black woman? Because of her hair, like I don't like that. That's gay to me. That's gay.
People said that to me for a minute.
That's gay. I'm not about
for me, I just can't do it.
I'm not about to sit up here and be like, yo, Kim, you bad, but your hair, you got this low cut, your hair lower than mine, so I'm gonna have to pass. You bugging. I'm gonna be nails deep in Kim's scalp. I'm scratching.
You know what's crazy? When I was younger, I would always, and I always preference natural hair women, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want a natural hair woman. But as I grew older, it just became like they didn't really matter to me. Like I never really cared if it was. I mean, I still want a natural hair woman, but another woman I used to love taught me that it doesn't matter what the fuck is in your hair. And I accepted that because I didn't really care for what's in the hair anymore, and it went over every other woman. I don't care if it's a wig, weave.
People get caught up in some of the craziest things.
Yeah, I just never.
Like we get caught up in a whole hair situation. I know. I used to have a conversation with this woman. She was like, "What are you?" I'm like, "What you mean? What am I? I'm black." She's like, "No, I hear an accent." I'm like, "I'm Jamaican." She's like, "Oh, my parents told me not to talk to black guys from other country." I'm like.
What?
Her parents told her not to talk to black guys from other countries. Meaning you have to stick with black guys that's born in America.
Her parents sick.
So I'm like, that don't make sense. I'm still black. She's like, but you're from another country. I'm like, okay, I guess it was nice talking. She's like, yeah, I just gotta please my parents. I'm like,
it's about your parents, sis. It's about you.
Right, but she's dumb.
But in a sense,
she's not dumb for not dating you, but she's dumb. Like.
I do have family. Not my family, but I have heard people that's close to me said if their father was around, they would not be dating this person right now because he's strict on you have to be American.
That's some bullshit.
No, but then again, there's certain cultures and people.
Is that appropriating to the fact of preference? What you just said?
That's not even preference. That's just following. That's
a biasness. That's
following. That's a bias that's passed down. Like that's not a preference.
So you don't think Chris Brown preferencing black women with only nice hair is a biasness that's been also kind of embedded into his like ideology? You don't think so?
It could be.
I mean, you're surrounded in Hollywood by all these white women with these natural nice hair, and it's like, you don't think that?
He didn't say I only deal with white women with straight hair.
No, but that's the worst part. He was specific about what he was saying. He didn't say I only fuck women with nice hair. He said I only fuck black girls with the nice hair. So that makes it even more. He was specific in that sense right there. He's targeted a specific
with his preference.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
But his preference isn't only just
his. He doesn't realize that his preference is like offensive. I mean, like maybe he didn't see the bigger picture of how offensive that comes off to those who don't have what he likes. Right? he could have took it into consideration, but at the same time, Chris Brown is a grown man. He gonna say what he want and he gonna do what he want. If you don't like it.
So what's your preference on women?
Huh?
What's your preference on what do you prefer in a woman?
Have a heart. Breathe, walk, be smart.
What's yours?
I'm not picky. Real talk. I'm joking.
My main thing is shout out to all the big women out there, BBWs and all y'all. I support y'all to the max. Everything.
How big we talking?
250. I dated 250 females that don't look 250.
True.
She was in love too. That like he told her that.
She look 250. I'm like, she's like, I'm 250. I'm like, 250 is nothing.
Boy, you love that. That's like he loved it. I'm like 250 with.
250. I'm like,
girl, you look like you 178.
It be all in the hips, right?
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't no damn 250.
Come here, come here. Let me see.
So you like it big? You like it real
big? Yeah.
What else?
Well, smart. Well, not everybody is smart nowadays, but you know, you have to be intellectual enough to hold the conversation. Some people can't hold conversation.
Okay. Anything more specific about the physical preference though? Just big women?
You gotta have hair. Sorry, you gotta have hair. Yeah.
You got no short hair.
No short hair.
Okay.
But the meaning of short hair mean like a guy low cut hair.
But it's just like you don't know how much of a dope person you miss out on because you. Like I get that's
I know some dope short hair bitches.
Dope women. Yeah.
I'm just saying like women too, yeah, but they some bitches too, they dope bitches. Like, come on.
Sand bricks, y'all.
I'm just being honest though.
Sand
like
bricks.
They know some dope short hair niggas too. Like some dope short niggas as well.
I don't think I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't overlook that. Like you can't not overlook it, you can't let that be the reason why you don't talk to somebody. Like, cause I'm telling you, just because she got a low cut don't mean she ain't everything for you.
She could be a bad.
You could have you could have had the one already.
Look at Amber Rose.
And she had low hair.
Amber Rose, I'm not attracted to that. I just see her as like, okay.
Cause she has a low cut.
Yeah, that's honestly that's the reason why.
I think Rihanna cut her hair as well recently.
Rihanna could do anything she wants.
You don't find her attractive?
Oh no, I don't know.
This guy is different.
It's like
what's your wait, hold. What's your preference, son?
We didn't get to you yet.
No.
No, what's yours?
You got to me.
You didn't say yours. How you like it?
Stop running. Are we talking about you?
Yo, you always trying to put the magnifying glass.
Yeah, I am.
I like women.
What kind?
Oh, here you go.
Women that look good.
Yeah, that look.
Okay.
Okay. Nah.
But no.
Be specific, chat.
No, I just like a dope chick, but I like a nice curve. And you know what's crazy? I always like curvy women, like a nice, thick, curvy girl.
Of course.
But I've grown to love a nice slim, not too skinny. I don't like too. It's just like knocking on wood. Like
so
shout out to
Twisty. My
like,
weight range?
Huh?
So are you coming to my weight range?
No. It's like you like hair, and I'm like right here. Like that's what it is right there. We're not over the grass like that yet. You know what I'm saying?
He really leaving out a big one.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna say it.
Who?
Huh? No, I'm not calling somebody big. I'm saying you're leaving out a big factor in what you preference.
No. What is it?
Spanish.
Yo, say it again.
Why do we
one
have
more
to
time
sit
for the
here?
people in the back.
She has to be Spanish, yo.
No, she doesn't. My ex is black, so she don't have to be Spanish.
She has a Spanish somewhat kind of look on her face.
But no, I like Spanish women. I like Spanish women. I like black women. I like mixed women. I like them all. I love them all. I'm not necessarily attracted to like a white girl.
If you had to choose,
no. If I had to choose, if the personality is right, if the personality is right, and I draw to her, I can't choose you off of your.
Now you're drawing into my part of the world. Like I'm
not picky about like you have to have a dope personality, and you can be Spanish. If you're Spanish with a dope personality, I'm rocking with you. If you're black with a dope personality, I'm rocking. Now if you're Spanish and black, and they both have dope. Look at that. Both dope personalities.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
But nah, shout out to all my black women though. I love y'all though. I love y'all.
Real talk.
I love y'all.
You just gotta have a good personality.
Yeah, man, you gotta really
heart,
fuck with me, like, yeah.
A good heart.
Be fine as hell though.
Have some brains to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And be beautiful in your own way, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? So, what I like, you may not like. What you like, he may not like. So it's like it's about just being beautiful in your own way. Whatever makes you beautiful in your unique way, be that.
No, you're right. You're right about that right there.
I've dealt with some people who are beautiful and have the ugliest hearts and personalities, and it be the worst.
No, you're right about that.
I've also dealt with people who have good hearts and good personalities, and they'll forever be good people to me. So,
no,
you be ugly?
Huh? No.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I don't.
We don't care. We don't say ugly. Everybody's beautiful to somebody.
You'll never hear me call no woman ugly.
You're right.
She's decent.
Not. I mean, I may do it in a joking manner, but that's just a joke. I'll say psych now real quick.
Everyone has their own version of attraction.
I don't mean that because again, like, ain't no such thing as ugly. It's just people with impediments. That's all. That's what I say.
But everyone has their own version of attraction, so right. I get that. But I mean, it's okay. We preference women. I like a nice girl that's dope. No, stop saying that. It's not true. It's like a lot of Spanish girls. That's what it is. Like,
it's crazy when you think about it. If Antoine would say all four would have a different preferences.
Yeah, exactly. I prefer thick curvy girls. I just do.
Me and him have the same preference.
Yeah.
Me and you have somewhat of the same preference.
You're not.
I just won't go all the way up.
He ain't jumping over there.
I ain't going all the way up top, but
I go up top and I take it to the middle sometimes, and I still go back.
Well, Twisty can't take nobody that's like.
Twisty ain't taking nobody in his world.
Anybody over 200, he's not fucking with it.
Nah,
that's
like 160 to reach. That's like 160.
You killing my boy Twisty. I ain't gonna lie.
Who is he fucking with over 200?
Huh?
Who would he fuck with over 200? Twisty like him slim, small.
Don't finish that sentence.
Nah, that's how my boy Twisty.
We're gonna let next week. We're gonna let Ant answer that question. All right?
No, but we know his preference though. So what I'm saying is he don't really go for the thick curvy girls. And we got homies like that don't that don't go like that as well too. Shout out to my boys Eli Sparks and that other nigga Mark. Fuck that other nigga. But they don't like thick. So we have homies that don't prefer thick curvy girls. Like they don't. It's not even a thing.
I mean, it's just some
they consider that fat.
Thick. That's what it is. Niggas gotta learn how to gauge what's thick and what's not thick.
Yeah, like
and you know
what's not fat? Is that what you mean?
Huh?
What's thick and what's fat? Gauge
what's thick and what's not thick. I'm not saying.
So what's not thick?
Huh?
What's not thick to you?
We would need bodies in here for me. I'm not about to.
Give me one.
Huh?
Give me one that's not thick that you know.
What do you mean?
No, it's like in the world, like
personally.
Yeah, a celebrity that's not thick.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to. What's a heavyset actor? Female.
Is Monique thick?
Back in the day, Monique was heavy set. I heard the first one. I'm like, hold it down.
So I gotta be politically correct. Like, say what you mean and mean what you say.
Back in the day, Monique was on the big side. Right?
I don't know
what Monique is now. She tapping into that thick side.
What is it for Monique?
Back in the day, Monique, I would definitely mess with Monique.
Why?
Monique now, I'll be like, okay, I'll probably still try to get my mindset there. But
this nigga gotta hype himself up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
He did say he would fuck with that with mad pubes down there. He did say that. So it's like, if he got no problem going down there with that.
I was one time, I was like, how old I was? 16, 17? I was like 16, 17. That's a one-time thing.
Were you still doing that?
No.
I don't believe you.
I don't do that now.
Okay, yeah.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about preference and what you like and what you into.
So to close it out, are we okay with what Chris Brown said? Is it okay? Are they overreacting? And the guy that was texting this girl with the short hair, is he also
that guy that was texting this girl about the short hair? He's just a fag. Like I just
he's a bitch. Well, I can't say fag. Come on, that's offensive.
Excuse me, he's a mutt. He's a punk. Like I don't,
bitch ass nigga. That's
He's not gonna. You're not gonna.
And she was beautiful too.
I know. I saw. She was bad.
Bring your short bald head ass over here.
You're not gonna say like because you got a low cut. You got a.
She not big.
Okay.
Because you got a low cut. Because you got a low cut, I feel less manly. Like that's some gay.
He said some shit too. That's gay shit too. Like,
that's some gay jump. I'm sorry. I don't care. That's some gay jump, bro.
Okay.
But Chris
he also
Brown,
said he was like, yo,
at the same time,
if I see her, I can't. How do you feel if I look at you and my dick don't get hard? Cause now you got the short hair, and I was like, you fucking her hair or something? I don't get that. Like,
I don't see. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. These new niggas is weird, bro.
Yeah, this shit is different.
So like, but at the same time, let me be understanding of the matter. That is a preference of his. So she don't have what you like anymore.
So he got exactly. So he got to date women that can't cut their hair.
If
when he gets in a relationship with a woman, baby, you can't cut your hair.
She gonna look at him like he's stupid, and then he gonna have to go to the next one.
Yeah, but what if we talking about a woman's standpoint, seeing how if we attracted to women, their hair, and what's our purpose. But what about how they view us?
We got into
because I know some people that you too dark skinned. I'm like, I know people that's darker than me. Shaq will consider light skinned.
What?
No, Shaq would be considered light skinned.
No, I used to be light skinned.
Anyway, then
it's true. I used to be much lighter.
You missed that part. You missed that part where we said like their preference.
I get what he's saying though.
Like, I get it. Like
so
they have a preference
really
too.
Mad at somebody for really saying something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's reinforcing the stigma. You're too dark skinned.
Yeah.
If it's coming from a black,
that's like picking sides.
It's like okay, so dark isn't beautiful.
That's just like
saying, saying that you're beautiful.
That's just like saying natural hair and or nappy hair isn't beautiful. Like you're only saying women with straight hair is beautiful. So like again, like I said, I understand women and how they may feel about the matter, but they also have to understand that this is Chris Brown and his preference and what he like. You got one or two choices. Deal with it or get lost. Well, not get lost, but don't associate with him on that matter. Like, leave it alone.
You agree?
I agree with it. It's his preference. You could get mad at his preference, but it's his life.
What he gonna like? He's not gonna change it. What are you gonna do? Fix it? Like, no. If he like what he like. Just like these most women out here like what they like. So
true. Have y'all ever dated someone with like whose family is like generally like just messed up? Like you're not the person that you're dating, like fuck their short hair or whatever the fuck they want to do with their hair or how they shape, but like their family. Like their family had things about them that you didn't really quite take a liking to. Have you guys ever been in that situation where you like dated someone whose family is just like, whoa, these motherfuckers this ain't for me.
Because I know
not really.
I know this girl, she was telling me like she was talking to this guy, but he has a kid with another woman. And when she was talking to him, his own father was like, oh, you know my son ain't shit, right? So I don't know why you're talking to him. I'm like, yo, like, I'm like,
what the
why
fuck?
your own family talking like that to you? She was like, she got to a point where she told me, if we ever become something, your family is dead to me. I don't want nothing to do with your family. Your family not coming to none of the. If we just have kids,
your family?
No.
Oh,
like his family. Not talking shit to him. Like they don't want nothing to do with the family. And possible that the father been messing with his baby mother. I'm like, yo, that's
wow.
That's crazy. I'm
like, just a wild family. Like I ain't never dealt with somebody who had family issues like that. I mean, granted, everybody family go through things and they have issues and whatnot, but something as deep as that, nah, I've never experienced that.
I've only had one relationship where I met my ex-family and they're cool. The girl before her, I met her father and his wife as well too, and her sister, and they were pretty cool. Like
right.
any other woman out of that equation, I've never met their family, and I never really, quite frankly, cared to. I don't think they play a role in how you dealing with someone as like their family. I don't think that plays a role.
It does.
It does, but I don't think it should affect too much.
It should. I feel like it really affects in the standpoint, like, if you trying to create something with this woman, or she trying to create something with you, and she know that your family is not behind you at all,
so
then it's like
their blessing is important.
Yes, you gonna need that family, but if it's not this, like, it's just me and you now. Everybody else don't live now.
So would you still, if you were dating a woman whose family was messed up and you couldn't deal with it, would you still date that woman, or would you like call it off?
I would call it off.
You would call it off because of the family.
Because it's like, I'm gonna want you to, even though you're comfortable with me, I'm gonna want to know that your family could also help. But in my head, I'm like, you have to like respect your family. But I know in my head, yo, their family's messed up. Like,
what they gotta do with you? What they gotta do with you and her?
It's gonna carry over to the relationship because it's automatic. It's gonna carry due to the fact that, let's say me and her trying to go out and she still live at home or whatever situation she's in with her family. My family be like, oh, why you still talk to this guy? Like, yeah, but I like him. Like, it's going to end up being an argument like, yo, why your family don't like me? Or why they think I'm this type of guy?
And so that will hurt you.
Yeah, it will hurt because I'm like, yo, I'm doing my best. I'm taking care of her. I'm doing my best and it's not good enough for y'all. Yeah, it's good enough for her, but it's like,
that's all you can do, though.
I don't want to
do your best.
I don't want to have to have resentment to her family and try like, yo, I don't want your family around at all, because that's her family.
See, but at the same time, you don't have to deal with her when she's like. I mean, you don't have to only be around her when she's with her family. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can take her from her home and go out about your day, and then drop her off back home and let her deal with her family that way. I wouldn't let that ruin my relationship. Cause
it wouldn't affect you at all.
No, because I'm gonna fight for it regardless. Whether I gotta prove it to her.
Go ahead, black man. Go ahead.
It's just that's just me, bro. I'm not gonna sit by and let anything. If I really like her at that point too, if I really like her or I'm into her, it's just another obstacle to get over. I mean, to get past. Like, it's another hurdle, bro.
I agree with him.
Jump right over that. Keep it moving.
I ain't fucking the family.
Right. I'm not sticking to family. I'm sticking.
Unless you do some bullshit, I gotta go after her sister. But that's just it.
So like anyway, so what you gotta do is you just get over that hump.
Just move it. Just be like, you be I'm just with you. Forget everything.
Yeah,
else.
It's just like, okay, let your family talk. They can't beat me.
They can't beat you.
They can't beat me.
All three of her brothers can't beat you.
Nope.
Wow.
That's how I'm coming. And if they do beat me, guess what I'm coming back with?
What? Alright, man. So, that's pretty much all we gotta throw into the pot for today. We definitely got into a couple of good stuff. That was pretty interesting right there.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna still be niggas. People gonna still be racist. Chris Brown gonna be Chris Brown. Like,
Chris Breezy gonna be.
He just sweating. He's still at the Karuchi, in my opinion, but whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, that's this shit is whatever it is. This was cool. Like, we were supposed to have I really you make me mad. You piss me off.
It's always Android people.
Exactly, right? Always have to be a nigga with a phone that don't work properly. So we wanted to have a female guest host today.
But everybody want to be busy today.
But
I mean, and it's understandable.
Going forward, if anyone wants to be a part of the show as a guest, a woman. Well, yeah, a woman if you want to be, if you want, but not just also women. We are looking for a woman guest host to come in and host with us in one of our episodes.
Every now and
Hit us up definitely, but also just in general, people, if you want to come on the show and be like a guest, if you have a brand, art, anything, if you want to be a guest, or a host, or an interview. Whatever it is that you want to come through, hit us on our Instagram at the Brick City Antics Podcast.
Okay.
Let us know what you do, and we'll discuss and try to get you on here as well. We are open. This is an open show to the community, to people that support us, and to our culture. And we don't want to
whoever got something they want to show or talk about. This is the platform for it. So we do want to make sure I have that open for you guys, definitely for sure. So definitely check us out. Check us out every Monday and or Tuesday on Spotify. We launch Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and the video only goes up on YouTube as well too. Definitely subscribe to our channel. Check us out. Subscribe.
That's what I mean. Just like the page and pictures we put up, and watch it and subscribe.
Comment. Let us know what you think about the episode as well.
Help us get better.
Word, definitely. Critique will take it all.
We only gonna get better if y'all help us.
Word up.
I just said the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Shut up.
Yeah. But also on that as well too. Also follow our individual Instagrams. I'm at Sam Brick City. Twizzy is at Twizzy_Racks. Twizzy_Racks. Definitely. And you?
Jimmy Hustle.
At Jimmy Hustle and
on _D1026.
D1026. And then definitely follow our camera guy at RaRa Ali on Instagram as well too. We're definitely trying to make this available for everyone, especially in the North and Jersey, because North doesn't really have like that. I don't think we've seen it. We want
platform,
that fresh, young, vibrant. I don't think that has that platform for cats to come on and talk their shit.
If they do, like, it don't last long because niggas don't support each other. But
we definitely had to stay.
That's a whole nother topic.
But we definitely we gonna be in this bitch for a while.
We gonna be on your screen every day.
So definitely hit us up.
Block pulling up. With our posters and stickers, that's about it.
Yeah. Definitely follow us.
Merch coming.
Yeah, merch coming soon.
Merch coming soon.
Definitely merch coming soon as well. We got a couple of dope announcements to come as well. We do have some dope special guests already booked to be in the show as well too. So definitely, we definitely can't wait to share that with you guys. We should be having a guest host next week, and then we're gonna have some guests come on the show the week after as well for that episode. So we're kicking up storm, we're kicking up dust, we're moving. We do want to thank you guys for coming out and rocking with us. I said coming out. What the fuck am I talking about?
You mean watching now?
Yeah. It's hot.
Watching us.
Yeah, definitely. But we do appreciate that though. That's all we have for today. It's your boy Sam Brick City.
It's your boy D-Nell.
Jimmy Hustle.
Yeah, and we are out. This has been another episode of the Brick City Antics Podcast. Stay cool, y'all.